Happy race day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Robert Sports. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, it is race day, NASCAR Cup Series, round of 12 finale. After this, we eliminate 4 from the playoff contention. We send the other 8 to the round of 8. The 7th annual Bank of America Roval 400, 399.954 kilometers, 248.52 miles, 109 laps, 3 stages, 25, 25, and 59. In the previous 6 races, only one winner started in the top 5. That was in 2020. Chase Elliott started 5th. The farthest back in the field a winner has ever started was 19th, which was Chase Elliott 2019. So, otherwise, the 4 winners, 6th, 8th, 10th, and 9th. So typically outside the top 5, inside the top 10, and that's kind of the sweet spot has been for the Charlotte Roval over the years. At least 7 cautions at every race except one. In 2022, there's only 4. So you're looking at the 2 stages, probably 3 to 4 other cautions, give or take, maybe a few more. We know there's changes to the track. We saw what some of those changes did yesterday in the Xfinity Series. So we'll see what happens. You know, there was a controversial issue at the Xfinity race, which I don't think was that controversial. I think people are reacting, but we'll talk about it at the end. Alright, so with this Gen 7 car, we know Chase Elliott was the king of road courses in the Gen 6 car. He hasn't been in Gen 7, but he's not been that bad, actually. So in the 16 previous road course races in the Gen 7 car, Chris Buescher average finish 8.3 with a win. Chase Elliott 11.0. Tyler Reddick 11.1 with 3 wins. So Chase has got the second best average finish in the Gen 7 car, just no wins. He's not winning at the rate that he was winning with the old car. Michael McDowell 13.2 average finish with a win. Austin Cindric 13.3. Christopher Roval 13.5 and a win. Ross Chastain 13.5 and a win. Alex Bowman 13.6 and a win. William Byron 14.2 and 2 wins, and Ty Gibbs 14.3. Now, when it comes to the Roval, there's only one racetrack that NASCAR uses in the Gen 7 era that was similar, and that is going to be the Indy road course. And because the only reason it is even similar because they're both part of the Speedway, part of the infield road course, kind of like Daytona was. We did in 2021, but that was with the Gen 6 car. Any of these stats, average finishes, etc., that I use has been all Gen 7 stats only. I'm not going to get back to the Gen 6 stuff because I don't think it's that relevant because this car is so different. Tyler Reddick in the 4 races at Indy and at Charlotte on the Rovals. So this excludes obviously the Indy Oval in 2024. Tyler Reddick 4.75 on those Roval type tracks. Chris Buescher 8.5. Chris Roval 9.25. AJ Allmendinger 9.5. Shane Van Gisbergen 1 start 10.0 at Indy road course. Bubba Wallace 11.5. That is a shocker to me. As a Bubba Wallace fan, he's not a road course guy. He's never really been a road course guy. But at the Roval, he does pretty decent. I don't understand it. He qualified 9th. So it's like he's starting to get better on these road courses, which is good for him. You know, hopefully 25 and beyond, he's kind of gotten better on road courses. He's always been good at intermediates. They've always had pretty good at the super speedways, so I think he can put the whole package together in 25. I think we should, as long as you don't have that lull in the middle of the season like we had last year and this year, I think he should be alright. Chase Elliott 11.7, Kyle Busch 13.2, Ty Gibbs 13.7, Alex Bowman 15.0. Well, we've looked at all road courses in Gen 7. We've looked at these similar road courses. Now we look at the Roval. AJ Allmendinger. In the last 2 years, so 22 and 23, average finish 2.5 in a win. Now, he has won a race 5 straight years at the Roval, 4 straight in Xfinity, and then last year in Cup. Is he going to win this race? I don't know. He's one of my picks. He's on my fantasy team. I don't know. But he's good at it. And I like his passion last year when he won. He was emotional. He was just like he even said, I'm so emotional because you never know when this is going to happen again. And look at the drivers who haven't won. Kyle Busch hasn't won in a while. But Wallace hasn't won in a while. So it's like you take that for granted sometimes, but you see a guy like AJ Allmendinger who wins, and it's like, I don't know if I'll ever get back here. And so I just think the emotion of this, winning this Cup Series, people take for granted sometimes. Kyle Busch, 3.0 average finish at the Roval. So he's actually running good at the Roval. Could Kyle Busch win the Roval today and get that 20 years in a row win streak keep up? Chris Buescher, 6.5. Tyler Reddick, 7.0. We know how good they are on road courses. Christopher Bell, 8.0 in a win. We know 2 years ago he won at the Roval. He won at Martinsville just to get the clearest ticket to the championship 4. He was behind the cut line on both of them, and he did that just game 7 moment and won the race, walked off winner, and got on, moved on. William Byron, 9.0. Bubba Wallace, 11.5. Joe Logano, 11.5. Austin Dillon, 12.0. Playoffs. We had William Byron at plus 74. He's clinched the spot into the next round. That's it. Now, after stage 1, Christopher Bell should clinch the spot. He's plus 57. Kyle Larson should clinch the spot after stage 1. He's plus 52. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he ends up in a tiebreaker somewhere. Denny Hamlin, plus 30. Not safe, but he needs to have a good, quiet day. Keep that up. Alex Bowman, plus 26. Same way, he needs to have a good, quiet day to keep that. Ryan Blaney, plus 25. Tyler Reddick, plus 14. What do? Do you go for stage points? Do you go for the win? Do you try to do a hybrid? Do you start off on one, see how the race plays out, see how the other playoff drivers go, and then pivot? Chase Elliott, plus 13. Minus 13 for Joe Logano. It's not a must win, but pretty darn close with some of these guys. When you're racing, if you look at the big picture and you're like, okay, more than likely we're racing Shane Van Gisbergen for the win, we're racing AJ Allmendinger for the win, we're racing Chase Elliott for the win. So Joey's kind of like the 4th guy right there. So now you got to be 13 points above or 14 points above Reddick, who's a road course guy. Yeah, it's going to be tough sledding for Joey Logano. Daniel Suarez, plus 20. Yeah, he's won a road course race. Not been great at these Rovals. Had an off season sometimes. Now I know everyone's going to say, well, if everybody has trouble when he gets in, that's not fair. That's the playoffs. We hate the playoffs. Don't hate the playoffs. Drivers and teams run the entire season based on what the system is. You can't just take this playoff system and go back to 1996 and go, this person would be champion if they had playoffs then. No, because they raced based on the system, based on the rules. You can't just intertwine. You can't say, well, if we didn't have playoffs now, this is what it would be. No, because they raced based on the system. The closest thing that you could do today to say if there was no playoffs, this is what it would be, there really isn't. You can look at the non-playoff points, but again, they know during the regular season, I win a race, I'm in the playoffs. Now I don't have to worry about points. Maybe I try this setup. Maybe I try this that I normally wouldn't try. So you still can't go. You can't mash the two together. And I hate people that bring up the old Winston Cup points. I hate the fact that people go, well, if there was no playoffs, this would happen. No, you don't know that. You don't know that because they race on the system. So, but Daniel Suarez, minus 20. Tough sledding today. Austin Cindric, minus 29. Chase Briscoe, minus 32. Hopefully, nobody at Stewart Haas arm starts itching, or they're in the back chicane and have a flat tire. Hope none of that happens. Hope the crew chief doesn't see the car in the back chicane when you can't and say it's a flat tire. Hopefully none of that happens today. Alright, we had qualifying yesterday, and just like no one's surprised, Shane Van Gisbergen is on the pole. They're in the 13 for Colic Racing. We know he's going full-time for Trackhouse in 2025. Yes, he's a road course guy. Yes, he does well on the road courses. Yes, he is still learning on the ovals. No, he is not won on an oval yet. He's had less than 35 NASCAR races across 3 series. Give the man a break. I've seen some of his complaints already. Well, he's just a road course guy. He's 1 year in NASCAR. He's doing better on the ovals. He's learning. He's fun. On the pole, Tyler Reddick right alongside. No surprise there. We know Tyler Reddick's great on road courses. And then AJ Allmendinger third. Of course, we know AJ's up there. Joey qualified fourth. Austin Cindric fifth. 2 guys below the cut line. That is awesome. All of our playoff guys qualify between 2nd and 25th. Chase Briscoe, last on the playoff grid, last of the playoff drivers in the field, 25th. Whew, tough sledding for him. Denny Hamlin, oh boy, 18th. Oh, tough sledding for him. Alex Bowman, 17th. So yeah, we got some guys throughout the field who need points, time playoff guys. We got a Martin Truex Jr. qualified 30th. On the Corey LaJoie, Justin Haley watch. Corey LaJoie qualified 28th, and Justin Haley qualified 33rd. I know everyone's just all about. Apparently, Justin Haley's been dropping Hendrick Motorsports HMS in interviews. FYI, there is a partnership. There is a working relationship between Spire and HMS. The 7 car has a technical alliance and engines and everything from HMS, the same way the 77 car has now as well. The 7 has had it for a while. The 77 just got on board. The 71 was basically Trackhouse, but I'm assuming in 25, when it's a full Spire car, it will be as well. So that's why he's talking about that. Bowman's not losing his ride. You're not taking a guy who's currently 5th in points, who won a race, who more likely is going to be in the round of 8, and getting rid of him for somebody who is, wait for it, let's find him in the points. Hold on, I'm looking at points. Let's see, where is 31st in Justin Haley. You're not doing that. I'm sorry, you're not. Don't say Justin Haley's because of the car. Guess what? If he was that great a driver before he went to Rick Ware Racing, why was he in Rick Ware Racing equipment? If he was that tier 1 driver that should be in HMS equipment, wouldn't he have been in other equipment besides Rick Ware? I mean, okay. Is he a good driver? Yes. Is he a winning driver in NASCAR? Yes. Can he get the job done? Yes. Is he on the level of a Kyle Larson, a Chase Elliott, and Alex Bowman, a William Byron? No. Not too many people are. So that's my thought on that. All right, NASCAR Fantasy Live. All right, if you're new to NASCAR Fantasy Live, you pick 5 drivers and you have 1 in the garage. You can use each driver up to 10 times in the regular season. You can use each driver up to 5 times in the playoffs. You put your lineup in. Before the end of stage 2, you can move your garage pick into the starting lineup. Otherwise, you're married to your lineup. So my lineup is going to be Shane Van Gisbergen, AJ Allmendinger. I'm using those kind of a load management situation because I know they're great on road courses as well. But then I'm not using one of my playoff guys and using those fast parts up because they go up quick. Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and then I got Christopher Bell in the garage. Again, keep an eye on it. And before the end of stage 2, you can move that garage pick in. So if Chase Elliott, crashes on Kyle Larson crashes on lap 1, I hope I have to make that move. And Christopher Bell's running, is running well. I can go in before the end of stage 2 and swap that out. I don't always watch the races live, so I got to kind of keep an eye on NASCAR's app on my smartphone and kind of see where the race is, see where everybody's at, and then make that change on the fly if I need to. All right, so far in 2024, the picks, Truck Series, I'm 12-8. Xfinity, I'm currently 18-11. I was 17-11 coming in yesterday. Picked Stan Mayer, one of the 4 yesterday. And then 7-23 in the Cup Series, which is just incredible how competitive, how different. You look at the stats of what drivers should be doing on some of these tracks, and you can nail it. Xfinity Series, I'm nailing it all the time. Cup Series, it's like, oh boy. So the 4 picks, and argue with me on these picks. Who else is going to run well on the road course? Shane Van Gisbergen, AJ Allmendinger, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Larson. All have won on road courses in the Gen 7 car. Chase Elliott has not. That's why I'm not picking Chase. But that is the Bank of America Roval 400 later on today. Happy race to everyone. Definitely got big plans for the offseason. I'm going to take a little lull at the end of NASCAR. Kind of taking a couple minutes break here from pro wrestling and everything else. Taking a lull from that, from any video, from the preview of the championship race for Cup. No more videos the rest of 2024, 2025, as we get that 45-day or so between January 1 and Daytona. A ton of content. I'm going to do some champion profiles. I'm going to do some topic videos and just a bunch of stuff about the sport and the history, the 76-year history of the sport as we kick off the 77th year next year. So don't lose track of Robert Sports Show. Once the regular season Cup is over, we'll be back the first part of the year with everything that you've pro wrestling, NASCAR, etc. So a lot of content coming in January and February as we can ramp up for the 2025 season. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports show content.